other distinguished panelists, ladies and gentlemen, and to the listening and viewing audience, a pleasant good evening. To convey a message of trust and confidence in the military, it is my pleasure as Commander of the Defense Force to bring to the public awareness the strategic issues such as the role of the military and offer a brief understanding of our military relation at the international, regional, and local level. It is important to state that taking part in this discussion will provide you as taxpayers and stakeholders a greater accountability from the military. Throughout tonight's discussion, I will focus on the Defense Force role in the Caribbean Basin Security Initiative, CBSI, the Regional Security System, the RSS, and the Ministry of National Security. I will highlight in particular the maritime collaboration with our major international partners in law enforcement, the training opportunities and support to our regional partners predominantly from the infantry perspective, and conclude with the overall support to the police and other ministries and departments in the Federation. As Commander, I also must engage and tackle head-on the more complicated questions we face, including the security threat to our Federation and our current and future posture to effectively combat these dangers to our way of life. In other words, are we prepared to and capable of identifying these threats and adequately addressing them? It will be remiss of me not to mention the buzzword which has brought the world to attention, COVID-19. In this regard, I will look at some of the Defense Force successes in keeping the Federation safe during this period. From the infantry, apart from providing employment for our young men and women during the time of crisis, the force continued to provide support to the civil power, especially during the lockdown period. You would have seen soldiers alongside the police at supermarket providing security. We also work closely with the police on joint operations, which include patrols and VCPs. The force also provides security at quarantine sites and boat islands, and are scheduled to travel to St. Vincent shortly to fulfill our regional obligation as part of the RSS Security Force. The Defense Force has a presence on Nevis since May of 2015, and I must say the Nevisian public has welcomed the troops with open arms. P.S. Daniel in the Premier Ministry must be singled out for his unwavering support. From the maritime arm of the Defense Force, the Coast Guard had been very busy during the last year, especially during the lockdown period. It had conducted in excess of 2,000 hours of patrol, stopped and searched over 225 vessels, and made 3 interdictions, 2 of which was led to successful prosecution. During that period, the Coast Guard collaborated with the Ministry of Health on Nevis, as it was the only means of transport for COVID-19 sample from Nevis on a regular basis to catch the RSS flight to get to Trinidad for testing. The Coast Guard was involved in an incident that went viral, and I refer to the shark attack on the Ross University student. The unit was recognized by the university and was credited for saving the life of the patient due to its quick response and professionalism. The unit also received a card from the student expressing her gratitude. At present, there is a team of contractors sponsored by our international partners through the CBSI program. The team is at Coast Guard base carrying out work on 3 of our vessels. 1 have already been completed, and the 2 is expected to finish shortly. During the lockdown period, the unit reached out to the Department of Maritime Resources and was able to acquire a vessel to assist in executing its mandate. I would like to publicly thank Mr. Mark Williams for his kind cooperation. I'm happy to report that the Coast Guard will be the proud recipient of a utility vessel donated by our international partners to add to its fleet in time for the Christmas season. Our international partners is also assisting further in border security of our country. Preliminary work has commenced on the possibility of supplying and installing coastal radars around the Federation. In the meantime, the force is working closely with Customs and Excise on unmanned aerial system program, the drone program. The Coast Guard headquarters is expected to commission in the next few months. The Defense Force has heard the cry of the boating public and fishing community on Nevis, and it is my intention as commander to place a Coast Guard vessel on that island in the not-too-distant future. These are exciting times for the men and women of the St. Kitts Nevis Defense Force. As one of the key partners in providing effective support to the civil power, as well as providing defense capability to the Federation, I hope that in addition to listening to the specific discussion, the public will constructively participate in a larger consideration beyond the adjournment of this discussion. Thank you, and I look forward for informative discussion.